Welcome, precious souls. I trust everybody's doing well today. Welcome to my happy space. Let's take a look at what you need to know at this time. If this is finding you, I know that it's meant for you. If you feel it isn't, or if you're not prepared to hear what it has to say, just scroll on, maybe the next one, okay? Higher self, guardian angels, please let us know what it is that the collective watching me today needs to hear. I'm going to take the top 10 off of the top of this deck, Spirit. All right, guys, let's see what we've got. All right, here we go. Ooh, got to do with the Lovers card. Bottom of the deck is possibilities. All right, let's take a look at this. Let's find out what you need to know. So the whole entire reading is about unconditional love. There are 3 forms of love. First basic level, which is the most superficial, is sex, intimacy, physical intimacy. Next level up is, of course, conditional love, which unfortunately a lot of relationships are based on. I'll love you as long as you do this or you don't do this, and la 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 la. That is conditional love, okay? The highest form of love is, of course, unconditional love, which you could love any entity, any living being as much as you do any other living being. It has nothing to do with what you get out of it. It has everything to do with understanding the connectiveness between your soul, their soul, and the broader spectrum, the whole picture, okay? So that's what this whole reading is about. Often when this comes up, I do feel it is not necessarily another person. This relates to you. It is Osho Zen Tarot. So I believe you've got to, you're kind of being challenged to turn within and learn to love yourself. Yes, sounds easy, doesn't it? Not an easy quest. Because throughout our life, we're born, we're beautiful, we're perfect as we are. We were created that way for a reason. However, we tend to roll in through relationships, dynamics, parents, teachers, friends, relationships, everything that try to convince us that we are something other than what we're not. We're too much, we're too sensitive, we should be seen, not heard. We need to work harder if we expect to feel loved, and all of that's appreciated, which turns us into looking outside for praise, and it just spills us into this whole thing. The whole point of it, and we all have to go through this, I don't care who you are, we're all in the same journey, is to undo all of those labels, to rip them off, go back down and unbecome everything that everybody has tried to convince us that we are, and deal with those traumas and say, wait a minute, you know what? Actually, I'm not those things. I don't need to be triggered every time this event happens. I don't need to try to feel like I need to control everything outside of me. I don't need to look outside of myself for praise and acceptance. I am this way for a reason, and the right people will align with me. I truly love me for all that I am and all that I'm not yet and all that I can be. I love me. I am made just perfect as I need to be. Pouring that love that you give outside to other people so easily back into yourself, the same level of forgiveness, the grace, the compassion. All right, so your challenge is to take more time to tap into that inner voice that is crying out to you. It is speaking to you. This is your divine team trying to tell you what you need to do next, what is available to you now, how to learn to love yourself, and why you're really here, why you had these issues, how you overcome these traumas from, growing up and going through all this, and why it's influenced your relationships around you. I'm just hearing now. Subconsciously, you are seeing life in a whole new way. You are starting to understand that even the challenges, even the darkest times are for a reason. This is in your subconscious. Your subconscious knows this. This is your soul. And they're trying to get this through to you that if things don't look like they're right, or if you're around people that don't accept you for who you are and love you for who you are and accept you for who you are, then there's something to be learned by this. And that is, they are not resonating with you. It's that simple. The jobs, the people, the relationships, anything that doesn't feel like they are accepting you as you are. Either look within and see if there's something in you that needs to learn from this and grow, but also you don't need to stay around people, whether you're married, whether you're family, anything. You are not supposed to stay around people that drain your energy or make you feel like you don't have value. This is huge. This is where we all eventually come to this. This is how you get to this space that I'm at now, where you can leave jobs behind, cut people out of your life. And it's not because we're cold and malice. It's because we're finally truly appreciating we are perfect the way we are. And those who don't see it still have healing to do. Okay. Now, that's not to say that we can't look within and say, did I handle that correctly? Am I projecting my own insecurities on that person? It's okay to look within and grow beyond that and make sure you're not being triggered and have more traumas that you need to break through. But when you can look at it detached, still with compassion in your heart, but detached, and take the emotion out of it and say, hey, let's look at the big picture. What that person did to me is not fair. It's not right. It didn't make me feel good. I don't need to be a part of this. That's your compass, okay? The feeling center is your compass. It gives you the trigger. Then you move into look at it as a big picture. If it was somebody else and there were no emotions attached, is it fair how I'm being treated? Is that person showing up for me? Etc., etc., etc. But knowing that these difficult times, they're meant to give you the trigger to catapult you into what would I have to believe about myself to feel that was acceptable behavior. So why do I still have this insecurity? Why would I put myself in relationships that these people view me this way? What needs to be healed? These things are meant to heal us. Everything is working for us in life. Everything, even and especially the difficulties, the challenges. Okay, it's how we expand and grow beyond what we carried with us. And sometimes we carry traumas from lifetime to lifetime. And sometimes we also carry trauma in our DNA, believe it or not. So there, that involves a lot of energetic healing, which I actually happen to be certified in. However, let's move on. Consciously, you are starting to rebel against this. You're starting to see that, wait a minute, I'm looking at the big picture. These people are still showing up the same way. What is the cycle? I keep bringing the same kind of people into my life. What is the cycle? How do I break free from this? Literally breaking the chains and saying, I'm so done with this. There's more to life than what I've been living. I'm breaking beyond this. I'm starting to see the truth behind what these difficulties are really for, how to stop them from constantly being in my life. I see the cycle. I'm going to break it myself. I'm going to quit blaming everybody else. I'm going to start doing what I can in this moment to become a whole person and move beyond this illusion. All right. And this is, bam, how you start to ascend. This is how you transform and you become more of a spirit in a human body than the human body with some soul somewhere. Okay. We are literally borrowing the skin suit to make change and grow and experience the 3D world and co-create with the universe. All right. Okay. Just recently, guys, you started to turn within, find some of your inner gifts, and not be so afraid to share them with others. You have deep wisdom. You have incredible creative abilities, and you have so much to teach. So you started having confidence and getting it outside of you, using your throat chakra, opening it up, your heart space also, and sharing what you know, sharing what you're capable of, sharing your blessings, your gifts, and why you came here. Beautiful on you. What that did was that brought you closer to this beautiful alignment and harmony between your masculine and feminine side. Yes, we all have masculine and feminine inside. Okay, it's finding a balance where you can have you're able to be the more masculine side, which is more action oriented, and the feminine side you're able to pull back and be more receptive, and you get the idea. Okay, so in the near future, which is always subject to change based on what you choose now, should you learn to pour this love into yourself, what you're going to do is have a beautiful unity between the masculine and feminine side within yourself, which is what is required to not only manifest and to move you forward and ascend and increase your vibration, but also to bring in true love into your life. And the people that do resonate with you, Yes, you think you're just an oddball, right? You've been taught your whole life that you just don't fit in and everything else. There's a reason for that. And it's about to happen as you bring into balance this beautiful marriage within yourself of appreciating both your masculine side and your feminine side, every aspect of you, and the dark and the light. Okay. A lot of times people will run from the dark side of themselves. We all have light and dark sides. But when we embrace both and accept both, they each have their place. Same as ego. Yes, it's good to dissolve the ego, so to speak, so that the fears and insecurities don't run us. That's where these come in, is through our ego, okay? However, we also do depend on our ego a lot of the time. It's still got a place in our life, and it's still going to help us to kind of wiggle through some of the difficulties and to kind of dissect things for ourselves, if you will, even though we kind of lead through our heart. Okay, we can embrace all aspects of ourselves. So in the now, you've got a bit of armor up. You've been through a lot of crap, hence helping you to see that the dark times are just as important as the light times, and that there is something you want to rebel from, right? So it's understandable that you obviously have this armor. You feel like everybody's against you, like you're feeling a little too vulnerable. Like if this armor isn't on you, then people are going to continue to show up in your life and keep testing you and triggering you, but it's not the case. I feel like your spirit guides are telling you that is part of the ego, feeling like you can't be vulnerable, that you must have this armor, and you are now ready. You've grown this beautiful discernment. You could tell if somebody's coming at you now. You've filtered through enough of them. You could tell if they're coming at you with bad intentions, or you can sense it. Trust in that aspect of yourself, okay? But separate yourself when you know someone's toxic. If you're around people that drink all the time or party all the time, or you can clearly tell the difference with the amount of people that you've experienced in your life and interacted with, which ones are healthy and which ones aren't. So if you want to heal, if you want to choose the higher road in life, you're going to have to stop hanging around the people that drain you, challenge you, take too much from you, place these burdens on you, and hold you captive to this life that works for them, but not for you, right? Time to let go of what everybody else is draining out of you and take this beautiful new path, which is what your spirit guides are trying to tell you at this time, okay? This whole thing, it's not about who gets to the end fastest. It's not about that. It's about the journey and what we learn on the way. Are we all running to our graves? No. So why do we always try to hurry through things? Look around you. That's where all of the blessings are. That's where the lessons are. What are you experiencing? Are you triggered? Why do you feel like you need to have armor? Who's, bothering you? Who's getting under your skin? Who's making you feel like you can't be vulnerable? And if you can't feel vulnerable, why? Is there something stopping you from going within? Is there a fear in there that it's ugly and you don't want to see it? That's part of the dark night of the soul. And all of us go through it. Or we reincarnate again and we go through it again. No thanks. I've done that many times. I'm good. I take my armor off. I'm very vulnerable. I'm authentic. And you know what? If it rubs people the wrong way, then those aren't my people. It's really that easy. It's fantastic. It's so free. I remember being a kid saying, what would happen if everybody actually spoke their true feelings and no one held back and there was no such thing as lies? Ta-da! Here it is, guys. It's happening. Here I am. I say it authentically. I have nothing to hide. This is fantastic. So take the armor off. Start being vulnerable, because that's your detector. Who will resonate with me? Who will try to hurt me? You will know right off the hop. You can sense it. You can tell. You can trust your instincts, and that's how you navigate. But you're going to keep raising up, 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 and only the right people will find you, and eventually you will have no time for those who don't. And they'll either step it up or they'll get the heck out of your life. All right. What you're desiring the most and what you're denying yourself. You are truly so tired of this routine life. I feel like you work, 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 work. It's almost like you're keeping yourself preoccupied, but you don't realize this is on a subconscious level I'm getting, where you try to keep yourself so busy that you don't need to look within. You just wear the armor. You just keep going through the crap over and over, day in, day out, same thing, but you're desiring breaking free of that. Like I said, it's like breaking out of the matrix, okay? The illusion. And it's the inner lion is roaring inside, and your inner child wants to come out and play and actually start living, okay? To get out of this armor and just be allowed to feel what you feel and be what you are without being judged and ridiculed and slammed and attacked, right? You are the only one standing in your way. We are our only limits. Okay? We are our only limits. The key, again, realize you have a higher purpose. You have a beautiful space, a reason for being here. And how old are you going to be before you finally allow yourself to explore what's inside? What still needs healing? What am I still holding? What can I release? And then after that healing, then you're able to really get out there and help others the way you were meant to. And you feel it at the core. You were meant to share your story. You're meant to share how you do this. You're meant to just speak your mind, but not because you don't care how people feel, because that's different, but you more or less, you don't allow it to control you, and you don't do it with a compassionless way of speaking. I can speak my mind and not hurt anybody on purpose, or I can soften the edges, but I'm still going to get my story out. I'm still going to speak my truth, and no one's going to stop me. I don't need armor. If someone comes up against me, I've got a lot of protection on the spirit realm, but not just that. I trust this and I trust this. I'm smart enough. I've got enough amazing intuition, which we all have, and discernment to tell, are they coming in because they want something from me and they're going to take or hurt me? Or are they genuinely coming in for some reason that we are meant to meet and we're going to learn from each other, or we're going to help each other? You have this too. You need to trust it. Bottom of the deck was, see that there are so many possibilities in your life. You just need to open your eyes. You just need to step outside of that routine that you've been in that feels so comfy to your ego, and allow yourself to take this leap of faith. That was the next one. Take the leap of faith and explore and go see, what have I been avoiding my whole life by working so hard and staying in these matrix jobs, matrix karmic relationships, doing the same old thing, always giving to everybody else and not myself. Yeah. Throat chakra, you need to speak up, because also you're a mentor. You are actually a people around you that are going to learn and are watching you. They're learning from the example you're showing. So what are you showing them? Are you showing them to be afraid of who you really are? Are you compromising who you really are? And so you're just repeating that cycle, that, hey, you know what? It's not safe to be who we really are. So let's just pretend to be something else and just keep giving away everything we got. People pleasing, ignoring our emotions because we don't know how to cope with them. At some point, someone has to learn how to cope with them and teach another and the other and the other in generations. It's you. No one's coming to save you. You need to hear this. It's you. It is you who has to do this. You need to take this adventure. You need to have this leap of faith to go within, because whatever's inside is what's reflecting outside. If things don't look good on the outside, it's because there's something that needs healing on the inside. See it and accept it, and then process it. What am I so afraid of seeing? Because you belong wherever you are. You are not the one who is the outsider like you've been taught your whole entire life. That was by the people who placed these burdens on you and who benefited largely from you not seeing how incredible you are, for you not seeing how many options you had in life. They wanted you to remain small. They wanted you to remain afraid to see what was inside, because that would bring it all up to the surface. The truth would be out for you to see, and then you would finally move forward in your best life ever. So it's about you. No one's going to save you. And if you feel like you're around people that are not trying to be the best versions of themselves, you need to remove yourself. This is just my guidance coming through from channel, from your divine team, and it's your call, free will. But how long are you going to mistreat yourself this way? How long are you going to hold yourself back or allow others to take control of your life and manipulate you and keep your eyes blind to things? When are you going to start trusting your own spirit team and what's best for you? I think you've given enough is what I'm getting. I keep getting, you've given enough. These were all burdens. People trying to keep you small, keep you in this illusion and manipulated. Oh, could you help me with this? They benefited largely from your beautiful trust and your beautiful heart. But that beautiful heart needs to be turned within, looking within yourself and giving back to yourself that same level of compassion. And it's okay for you to take time for yourself to really dive deep, rip this armor off, and see, what is it I've been avoiding looking at? because it'll actually benefit everybody in the end when you're healed. And you are that mentor. Where'd that card go? You are the master. You will learn to be the master of these emotions, and you will teach others how to be the same. You will see that these possibilities are open to you. You will drop this compromising behavior that you've had your whole life, believing you weren't good enough or didn't deserve enough. That's a crock of junk. You know it. It's all lies. Deep down inside, I'm triggering something in you right now. I know I am, because you're meant to hear this. If you get called to have a personal reading, we can crack this open even deeper. Give me an email, guys. paintingsbycatherine@gmail.com. I'll post that in with this as it gets circulated around the world. If you're a YouTube subscriber of mine, which is free to subscribe, your readings are only $33 Canadian. Otherwise, they're $50. Keeping this really inexpensive so everybody has a chance to delve deep, heal these aspects of themselves, and see what they can do to empower themselves. That's right, you, because no one's coming to save us, guys. And the sooner you realize it, the sooner you realize you're the hero in your story, the sooner you're more empowered and you get moving on your way, and everything starts to finally become this beautiful, happy life which you came here to live and that you solely deserve. It is your birthright. Keep shining.